Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a Terran versus Zerg, and this is game number 10 of the Antec Attack number 23 tournament. This is the round of 4, and this is KrasS versus BlastRoof. And yeah, it's the first Terran versus Zerg that we see in this tournament. Yeah, of course we didn't have any round of 16 or under matches, but still there was only one Terran and a lot of Zergs, and still they didn't meet. So yeah, what are we expecting from this? We are expecting a lot of Marines from the Terran player, and I guess a lot of Zerglings, and I don't know what else. Maybe Mutalisks? Oh no, of course, Infestors. Yeah, we expect Infestors. So anyway, yeah, there's a lot of variation possible, but that's what the normal meta is at this moment, I guess. And yeah, we will have to see whether they vary on that a little bit. Barracks going down, no gas coming up, so that means, or that would normally mean, that he is not going for factory, and he is not going for marauders. Although the refinery is going up now, and that might actually be for the marauders, or for the stim pack and what's it called? The upgrades, the combat shield upgrades. Anyway, the hatchery coming up, and no spawning pool going down yet, because he doesn't really need the spawning pool this early on. He has the vision over what's happening here, and he is going to scout and see that, well, there's nothing really exciting going on. Another supply depot going down, just to block off that ramp, making sure that the early Zerglings cannot get in there. And yeah, he is going to produce some Marines here, just to make sure that this Overlord stays in its corner and doesn't get the scout on the entire base. And of course, yeah, that is what they always do. And now he's going to plant that Marine behind the wall off, and or well, he has multiple now. So the expansion comes up for Zerg, and he is going to continue by building this spawning pool, extractor, and probably going to go into the lair as soon as he can. Well, the queen has to come up first, of course, because that's how that works. So the scout's coming in. He sees that there's nothing, well, major going on. No buildings that he missed. No third hatchery coming up. And yeah, he's just going to get out of there and probably go mine again, because there's not a whole lot else he can do. Because as soon as the Zerglings are out, he's going to get killed, and yeah, might as well retreat your SCV then, because the extra scouting information is not that valuable. And there comes the SCV, and the SCV indeed going to mine again, and yeah, being with his brethren. So we see some. We did see the factory coming up, in fact, and the speed is coming up for the Zerglings. But yeah, the two Hellions are not going to do a whole lot. They're going to have to wait for more of them. Although they can scout and see what's going on, they will find out that there's no base over here, and no base in the bottom right. I don't know if they're going to spot bottom right. Don't think so. No, it seems not. And they're going to group up with 4 of them, and after that, let's go in for the harassment. So yeah, the queens should be able to hold this off pretty easily, because there are 4 queens out, and 4 queens should be able to do the damage required. But he didn't retreat to drones, and that means that he actually gets quite a few drone kills, or loses quite a few drones, I should say. And yeah, a lot of drones still over here. So how many did he get? He got 9 out of that. for 4 Hellions. That is a good deal. That is a really good deal, in fact. So you just have one more Hellion over here. I don't know where the other one is, because they get produced in pairs. There's the second one. And 2 more are coming out of the factory right now. And it seems that one Zergling is trying to get in. But yeah, that's why the block is there, to prevent the scouting information. And yeah, he pulled up the block pretty nicely there. Obviously these are the pros, so we would expect nothing less. It seems that he does have 4 of these Hellions again, and he might actually go in for some harass again. So yeah, the Zerg player, yeah, he has the upgrades going. He has pretty much nothing else. I would have expected like a baneling nest by now. Oh, there it is. It is coming up. I don't know where, but it is coming up somewhere. Come on. Is it this? Yeah, it is a baneling nest. Okay, so he's putting that in a rather strange position actually. Oh, losing 2 of the Hellions. But yeah, the Zerglings are pretty quick now with the speed upgrade, and are obviously going to do a whole lot of damage to these Hellions. Hellions not as effective anymore until you you upgrade the pre-igniter, the blue flame. Because then all of a sudden they become a lot more powerful again, but we don't see that anymore. It seems that the Hellions are reserved for harassment only in the early game, and not a whole lot else is happening. So looking at the units, we see that well, we have some banelings coming up. We have some Zerglings, but not a whole lot, to be honest. And we have 2 Hellions, 1 tank, 1 Marauder, 9 Marines. Yeah, it's not a huge army for either of them. But yeah, to be honest, it is an army. At least they can hold off each other's army. But most of the energy is being put into, or most of the resources, I should say, is being put into getting more drones, getting more production going, getting more SCVs, of course, and yeah, getting another base over here. So anyhow, the upgrades coming up here, a lot of upgrades, in fact. Speed upgrade for the banelings coming up, and yeah, it seems that the siege tank is out, or 2 siege tanks are out. And they are going to just hold off this part of the map, which is well, kind of the bridge between the 2 bases. You can hit anything that tries to come up here, but also that tries to run in here or run in here. So the positioning isn't perfect, but yeah, it's good enough. Nothing is coming in anyway, so it's all good. Dropship. No, it's not a dropship, it's a medevac. The medevac is over here. And of course the Automaton 2000 is over there as well. They are really important for this matchup. Oh man, the dropship gets sniped. Sorry, medevac. The medevac gets sniped. And that means that all of the Marines also get sniped. I'm going to turn off these tabs, because well, once this fight starts, it's going to be all over the place. And I know people want me to have the production tab up at any moment. Wow, lots of turrets, and that is going to hold off that. But the Zerglings and Baneling, one Baneling, are going to at least get some kills on these Hellions. Oh, finally getting rid of that Overlord. But is he going to actually kill it? Yes, he is going to kill it. That is nice. So yeah, lots of Zerglings here. And the Zerglings are of course kind of a yeah, sacrificial army, I guess, but he doesn't want to sacrifice them for nothing. And with this this half ramp block, so the ramp is pretty small, it is pretty easy to pick them off on the ramp. And I guess they're both just playing for the later game. Lots of banelings coming up now. Oh, I can put on the production tab. 11 banelings coming up, in fact, and 36 zerglings. So mutalisks are going to scout wherever he can, but mutalisks are yeah, not really that good against the marines, so they have to be careful with where they go. They do snipe one of the supply depots. It's not a big deal, but it's a reasonable amount of minerals that you just get for free. Of course, because that is happening over there, we would expect that the Terran army would go there, and that's why he comes in over here with the rest of his army. I'm sorry, I missed the engage of the fight there, and I wanted to see that, so going to fast forward a little bit. He's going to snipe that that supply depot, and yeah, this is a huge army with a lot of banelings and zerglings, a whole lot of banelings, by the way. And yeah, they are going to do very well against the marines, but they never reach the marines, so they all explode on the tanks, which are perfectly happy about that. Doesn't mean too much as long as they're still alive. So he gets one tank for that entire army, and that's what I was thinking. So he is behind now because he suicided that entire army into a group that didn't really die. And of course, with the fungal growth, he should be able to come back. But wow, a nice fungal growth there. And oh, he's going to plop a second one on there, and yeah, everything just melts all of a sudden. And an incredible amount of army again here. The infestors coming in, and the infestors actually getting scouted now with the tanks, and oh, all of the infested Terrans die instantly. They don't even get to do damage, but this baneling force is huge. It gets a lot of damage done. It picks up the entire army, in fact. And the only thing left is this medevac, but not for long. There we go. So a new army is already ready, but it's not nearly as big as the army he had before. And a nice attack by the Zerg player, making sure that the armies are pretty much equalized again. And yeah, new level 3 upgrades coming in. And level 2 for vehicles. And we see that the Zerg player also is at the level 3 upgrades. So yeah, that's going to be very big. The upgrades are going to be huge in this match, because yeah, the upgrades are going to determine who gets the advantage in the fights. And of course, yeah, those kind of small advantages per unit are going to be huge when you have these huge amounts of units. I mean, you can build massive marines here. You can also build massive zerglings on the other side. So, I mean, they do have huge amounts of everything. 43 of these, 53 of those, and yeah, that is just a good amount. So the the mutalisks is once again going to run into this turret wall, and I don't think this is, yeah, this is not good. He didn't lose any, but still, he lost a little bit of health. He almost lost one, but yeah, it's all good. It's still alive. And as long as your units are alive, they can do damage. They can do full damage. So dropship coming in, or medevac coming in, I should say. And yeah, well, apparently he doesn't care too much about it, because it is in a super dangerous position. And yeah, they are going to just move in here, the Marines. And the Marines are going to actually take out this hatchery if he doesn't react quickly enough. Oh, the Ultralisk coming out, wow. And that is going to be huge. Of course, the tanks are very, very good against the Ultralisk. And he might still get only one Marine attacking it. Come on. Yeah, there goes the rest. And the rest is going to snipe some units. But more and more moving in. And the tanks need to siege and kill this, this second hatchery here. There we go. And of course, all of the units that are coming in. Huge baneling attacks. But yeah, the fungal growth going down on these Marines. But are they going to die? Yeah, they are going to die eventually, but taking a whole lot of units with them. But still a large number of Zerglings alive. New Marines coming up and sniping the Zerglings. Wow. Such a back and forth game. And more Zerglings coming in. There are just plenty of Zerglings available. Zerglings are of course very cheap. And yeah, since he has 5 bases mining, he can actually afford quite a lot of them. And this base, oh, this base isn't actually mining, so he has 4 bases mining. And this base is just up. So let's go. Let's move in. Yeah, he's going to move in with a few scouting units. And the Terran is going to try to snipe that hatchery once again, but he has to retreat because the full attack is coming in again. Banelings suiciding on the tanks. That is not good for him. Of course, that means that the Ultralisk will be able to come in, but yeah, there are no longer any Ultralisks on the map, on the field. I don't know if there are more coming up. No, they are too expensive for now. Only Zerglings and Banelings coming up. And it seems that the Terran player is taking kind of a lead here. He switched to Marauders. And the Marauders are of course way better against the Banelings. They still die to the fungal growth though. And all of the units going to get out. Yeah, at least the military units are going to get out. The Medevacts I don't know yet. Depends on whether he wants to kill them or not. Because with one fungal growth and a few of these infested Terrans, he should be doing pretty well. There go the infested Terrans. And now the Zerg army is still left with plenty of units. But yeah, new Terran army immediately gathered here, and that one tank is going to do a whole lot of damage if it sieges and it can get hold of a group like this, or well, a group like this. Because one shot will actually kill everyone for about 50% of their health, and that would be a really huge victory for the Terran, of course. So it seems that the Zerg player is pretty happy just guarding this base, and he is going to attempt to land it, but we'll find out soon enough that that is not going to work. His base cannot land there. So yeah, a scan will be necessary to do this. Oh no, you need to Banelings. So yeah, scan goes down. You need 2 Banelings to get all of these SCVs. So if he buried 2 Banelings there, he would have gotten a whole lot of SCV kills. But unfortunately, he did not. That would have been great. And there is a small force coming in here. They are infestors. So they are going to be able to do a whole lot of good. Missile turret coming up, and he sees what's here. But it's not going to matter. He doesn't have any offensive units over here. And the infested Terrans are going to do very well against, well, the, what are they called, SCVs. And of course more infested Terrans coming in. Yeah, I don't know why he just scanned. Oh, he scanned for the planetary fortress, I guess. Because he doesn't want to shoot at these these infested Terrans. But he scanned for the buried units. And a huge attack coming in here. Wow, I was focusing too much on that little bit there. Sorry about that. I will fast forward to this point. I don't know if anyone knows the hotkey, because there has to be a hotkey for fast forwarding. Or for going back a couple of seconds. There has to be a hotkey. Yeah, if you do know that, please send me a message, so not a comment, a message here on YouTube, because I would really appreciate that. So while that top base is under attack, he is going to come in with a huge amount of Zerglings. 4 Ultralisks, and a huge amount of these infestors. And are all of these infestors full energy? Yes, they are. So they are going to do a whole lot of good and probably get a whole lot of infested Terrans going. There you go. So many infested Terrans. And they are going to just kill everything. So very nice, very nice, very nice. They are going to do so much good before they time out. The Ultralisks don't even have to attack anything. It seems that they are having problems attacking anything because they are so huge. They get blocked by just about anything. But yeah, the Terran army in the meantime is going for a base race over here. And it is going to be, yeah, he's going to be able to lift all of his buildings. He will lose some useless buildings, but yeah, well, he will lose the armor here. And I think he has everything that he needs from that. Well, the vehicles level 3 may be useful, but anyway, the Zerg player does not have the opportunity to lift his buildings, and since he has no flying units or anti-air in any way, I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this. I think the Terran is going to pick the to get this just because he has flying buildings, and there's no anti-air on the Zerg. That is interesting, to say the least. So yeah, the Zerg has finished off all of the buildings and did build a new hatchery here, but yeah, it's going to get scouted. And he's going to move his army, not over there, but he knows where he needs to go. He knows that he needs to kill all of these buildings first. And then finally go for that last kill, because he will have to snipe that. Oh, he actually built anti-air of his own. That means that if there is anti-air on the Zerg army, that he can just snipe that. Or if there are air units, I should say. But a huge amount of infestors still alive, and they are going to be able to kill the Terran buildings, although it is going to go very, very slowly. I don't know if he has anything mining at this moment. Trying to find out, but trying to find out the rest as well. No, he has nothing mining at this moment, the Terran. And oh, the command center, is it going to go down? Yes, it is, because he has no SCVs. So yeah, the command center does have plenty of energy, but that's not going to matter. That is not going to save it. So the one Zergling attacking this command center or orbital command, and yeah, that is of course not good, taking 3 damage like that. So yeah, the armies are gathering up. Oh, sorry, I already missed the first little bit of the fight. So annoying. I'm too late everywhere. So while this was going on, the overlords get sniped, and neither team or neither player can build units at this point. So this army is coming in from the back, and all of the infested Terrans get well, time out, but there are still plenty of infested Terrans available for this fight. Oh, Oh, that is so painful. That is going to be huge. Taking so much damage from those fungal growths. And actually he does survive this. But he needs to fall back and heal up. But he lost so many units and so many hit points in that. Oh man. He's going to come in though and going to try to get this hatchery. And a very late reaction on the Zerg player. But the Zerg player probably knows that he is not going to get his entire army. I don't know why he didn't attack there. He knows there are Ultralisks out and those are the only ones that can stop him from sniping this hatchery. But the Zerg player is currently mining. And he has way more stuff up. No, he has way more minerals. But he has no buildings, so he has nothing to build. There's another hatchery coming up over there. And yeah, the starport's here all alone, but that is not going to matter. There's no mining going on for the Terran player, and there's pretty good mining going on for the Zerg player. But as I said, the Zerg player has no buildings that he needs to, well, to build anything. He has 2 hatcheries coming up, another one over here. He has plenty of money for that. And he's going to lose this hatchery. Oh, he's not going. I thought he was going to pick up the units, but he wasn't. Oh wow. So what's left? There's this barracks that is going to get almost instantly killed, and there's this this starport that's already halfway done, and then there are more barracks, so it's not a problem. Even if he loses this, he still has plenty of buildings available. And yeah, he has to really be careful with his army. I don't think the Terran player can do it at this point, because there are way more infestors than he can handle. And it's all about sniping this, but he can build 4 more, well, what are they called, hatcheries. And it's all about whether or not he can, well, get away with a spawning pool at some point. But because he has units or well, a base over here, he can actually build, well, anywhere on this this creep. And that is going to be the victory, I think. I think that's going to be his way of claiming this. Yeah, indeed. There's no way for him to get out of that. And he lost his entire army. So, yeah, pretty long game. No, he didn't lose his entire army, but he was going to. Yeah, there was no way he could deal with all of these infestors. The infestors just, the energy will regenerate quite quickly, and he will be able to spam all kinds of infested Terrans. And as I said, all he needed was to build 1 building, and he had the entire map here to do that. To hide 1 building, 1, I don't know, spire at some point, or, well, even a spawning pool would have been good enough, because he has plenty of larvae, and can just, well, get the Terran army with, well, with those Zerglings, and after that build a spire and blah blah, finish everything off. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.